Supreme Court hands President Trump a huge deportation victory.
Temporary means temporary.
But, as a key Republican says, that's an expensive mistake.
So more than 350,000 people from Haiti and Syria who have lived and worked legally in this country under TPS. Will you be deporting all of them? Will they be all deported back to their home countries, Haiti and Syria? And when will these deportations start? Will it be immediately?
How are you feeling right now?
Scared. Scared for my people, scared for what's coming, scared for our country.
We're in the Little Haiti neighborhood here in Miami, and right now people are sheltering in place after the Supreme Court cleared the way for President Trump's administration to deport 350,000 Haitians living here in the United States with temporary protected status.
This is the catastrophic outcome that we feared. The court has held that the administration's decision to end temporary protected status cannot be reviewed in the courts. And so we need to...
Why wouldn't it? Why?
Because by statute, they say it wasn't intended to be. Look, this will be a very controversial ruling. This is a further indication that the Supreme Court is intent on consolidating power in the hands of the president.
To me, this is not acceptable. And I think this is the time for all of us, this entire country, need to stand together and to say enough is enough. This is not acceptable.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of The Conservative Libertarian. All right, we're back with another one, man. Today we're going to be talking about the SCOTUS ruling. Basically Trump has basically signed into law, basically stating that most of the Haitians and Syrian people must go back. The people who were imported about a decade ago, their temporary protected status is up. Trump is saying, you got to go back home. And let's just say the people on the left are not having a good time with that. So today we're going to go ahead and watch CNN panel with Abby Phillips and the rest of the cronies on here talking about the Supreme Court ruling. And we're going to see whether or not these guys are going to basically just have a complete meltdown on television right now. So let's go ahead and get right into this. All right.
Individuals from this country is a mistake. This also means that while these Haitians were working and contributing to our country, our community and economy yesterday, today it is now illegal to employ them. So he is sounding the alarm. And this is, by the way, the place, he calls out Springfield, Ohio. This is the place where J.D. Vance lied about Haitians eating cats and dogs. And he says they are a part of 10,000 of them. They're a part of this community now. They're taking on jobs. They're building the economy. And he just says it's the wrong policy.
Yeah, it is. And so the court's decision is actually really good for Haiti as a country, as a sovereign nation, because the first word in TPS is temporary. It's always supposed to be temporary. And specifically in regards to the Haitians who have come here, the first batch came, I think, in 2010 after the earthquake in Haiti. It's been 16 years since the earthquake. So that's not temporary. And at what point, by American standards, are we going to decide that Haiti is livable again? When's that day coming? Is that coming in 6 months? Is that coming in a year? Probably not anytime soon. And one thing that doesn't get talked about is some of these TPS recipients, not all but some, have been doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers who left Haiti. How is Haiti as a nation supposed to rebuild itself when we've brain drained a lot of their talent and planted them in Springfield, Ohio, where that's not fair to the residents of Springfield, Ohio either. And as a nation, we are legally obligated to our own citizens before we're obligated to anybody else. Springfield, Ohio, notice how the migrants are never brought to Nantucket. They're never brought to Beverly Hills. They're never brought to Martha's Vineyard. They're never going to go compete with hedge fund bros who inherited the job from their dad. They're always going to be brought to middle America, places like Springfield, Ohio, where they're going to have to compete with Americans for wages, depreciate those wages. I'm sure, does anybody at this table, have you heard the name Aiden Clark? An 11-year-old boy? No? You guys don't know his name?
Here we go
11-year-old boy
Here we go
killed
again.
by a Haitian immigrant under TPS with no American driver's license, who rammed his car into a bus, killed 11-year-old Aiden, and injured 20 school children. Who is this good for? Not the Haitians, not the American people.
I love how they cherry pick isolated cases and forget the fact that people who are immigrants actually commit fewer crimes than people who are residents in this country. But getting back to the...
It's always like deflecting. They always want to deflect. We get it, right? you don't agree. You don't agree, right, with what Trump's doing, right? But you don't have to deflect someone being killed by immigrant. I never understood this. You know what I'm saying? They always want to say that we're for, the working class and we care about working people and, what I'm saying, we care about children and healthcare and all these things. That some immigrants cause harm in the cities that they go into. You know what I'm saying? Murders, you know what I'm saying? Like she says, people have to compete with immigrants, who are getting imported. They didn't vote for this. That's another thing. A lot of people didn't vote for this stuff, right? No one voted to have mass immigration, right? It's at the discretion of the president whether or not he wanted to, implement that law, right? To implement TPSA or, asylum seeking, people, into the country. He is that guy, right? To sign that law, be like, yeah, we'll allow these people to come in. And whatever. Fact of the matter is that they allowed too many people in one given time. Like I don't know if you've read the statistics on how many people Biden let into the country under his administration, but it was tens of millions of people, right? Not everybody is seeking asylum, right? Not everyone is fleeing from war-torn countries, right? Sure, Haiti had their earthquake or whatever, and maybe they're dealing with internal conflicts in their own country, but like she points out, why is it good to take away all the good talent from Haiti that is supposed to build that country up?
Point of this discussion about Haiti. First of all, I'm so glad that you're concerned about Haiti right now.
I am. It's a sovereign nation.
And the alleged brain drain. But the U.S. State Department says, would you let me speak? Because I let you speak. The U.S. State Department says that it's actually not safe for Americans to travel to Haiti right now. So you want to dump these people into our country where even our own State Department under the Trump administration says it's not safe. But
yeah, a lot of places aren't safe for Americans. He never said it wasn't safe for Haitians, right? You know what I'm saying? Haitians, they got their own issues to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Haiti has their own issues to deal with, right? Syria has their own issues to deal with. Like, I don't understand these people.
The larger problem is that this is a country that is now governed by a racist foreign policy and a racist immigration policy. At the same time, Stephen Miller is out here claiming that we don't allow anybody into this country for asylum anymore when the doors are closed. We're allowing white South Africans to come to this country. Those are the only people who can come to this country right now, white South Africans. But 350,000 Haitian Americans who are black can't stay here, even though they have been here, many of them for many years. They can't stay here. They're tax-paying people. They are law-abiding people. They are people who actually do jobs and create jobs. They're actually people who are doing jobs that some Americans don't want to do.
No, they want the jobs. They just don't want to do it for that wage.
Cleaning toilets.
They don't want to do it for that wage.
In the hotel.
And big business, the healthcare industry loves to keep them here. It's modern slave labor. You oppose slavery.
You're not the only person at the table.
Just a second. I will say he did let you finish your entire thought, so just let him finish his, please.
So I think
I mean, she had a kind of a point. Not gonna lie, those are slave wages, bro. No one should be cleaning toilets for minimum wage. Like, the hell? I wouldn't work for that, right? So I don't blame American citizens not working for that, right? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's dumb.
The larger problem here is that we have an administration that is changing not only foreign policy, immigration policy, but changing the Republican Party. What Raul said a moment ago is really important. This is a bipartisan bill. This is a bipartisan legislation, the Immigration Act of 1990, signed by President George H.W. Bush. At the time when Republicans and Democrats used to agree that it was okay, that America actually believed in the principles of the Statue of Liberty, that we actually wanted to have people come here and seek asylum, or to at least come here and to be able to live here if they knew that their conditions were not good in their own countries.
My issue with that right there is that I can agree with letting people into the country, but I don't agree with letting them in mass, right? That's the only problem with that. And he will never actually take accountability for what Biden did or what the Democrats did under their leadership. I think people are starting to forget what we were dealing with towards the end of Biden's term. Going into 2024, at the end of 2024, there was so much crazy migration going on. They were moving these guys to Texas, they were moving them to Chicago, they were moving them to Ohio, they were moving them to New York, they're moving them everywhere, giving them food, 5-star hotels, food stamps, they're getting all the government social benefits, you know what I'm saying? And keep this in mind too, they're not even vetting these people, right? They're not even vetting them. They're just letting them in all willy-nilly, and then you get all these murders, right? You get all these savage killings from immigrants onto, you know, young women, you know what I'm saying? Which, like I said, they say they care about women, but when an illegal immigrant kills a woman, there's nothing to see here, nothing to say. It's just another murder. Who cares? It's just another murder. Who cares if it was an illegal immigrant or not? American citizens care, because if he's an illegal immigrant and he wasn't supposed to be here in the first place, then she would have never died. They would have never died. That's the logic. It tracks. It follows. They think that they should be running the government. I think not.
Well, first of all, I just want to note that, to your point, the State Department has a level 4 warning for Haiti, Syria, and Somalia. It says, do not travel for U.S. citizens. And if you do travel, prepare a will.
U.S. citizens. She said the key word, U.S. citizens. Haitians who came here, right, through Biden, right? Which, like I said, the people who were here 10 years ago, right, and they're here and they were working, I don't know if they're all getting deported. Maybe some of them are. You know what I'm saying? If you guys didn't take the time to get your, you know, your paperwork together, your visas together and stuff like that, at the end of the day too, you guys came here on temporary protected status. So it wasn't like this was going to be a forever thing. This wasn't like a, oh yeah, we just, you know, you guys could just come here and then stay forever. It's like, no, that's not the game plan. That wasn't the game plan. The game plan was to help you guys, you know, still live your lives as, you know what I'm saying, you guys are dealing with the conflicts that are going on inside your country, you know what I'm saying? But as time has gone on, and Haiti has still yet to fix their own that's another thing. Like, why aren't the people on the panel talking about Haitian government? Why are they talking about why Haiti isn't taking care of their people? Why are they talking about that? But they want to talk about what the president's doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about what Haiti, Syria, Somalia, what do all these countries have in common? They're shitholes, right? They're shitholes. They can't get their shit together. They can't talk about that because it's racist. You're racist if you call it out. These people make me sick.
So I think that tells you kind of everything you need to know about how they feel the situation is. But on the issue of racism, that came up in the court decision. And Samuel Alito, in the majority opinion, said none of the cited statements by either the president or the secretary were overtly racist. In substance, all express policy views that could rest on race-neutral justifications. Elena Kagan, she hit back and said, the evidence they have offered includes statements by the president so repellent and racially infected that the majority declines to put them in print. These statements fairly shout, in their racial undertones and overtones alike, that race entered into the president's resolve to remove Haitians from this country.
Can I just mention some of those comments?
When he called Haitians, or Haiti, a shithole country,
Thank you.
That, I think that's what what's one of the many statements that make a lot of people believe that there is racial animus at play here.
These people are dumb. These guys are dumb as fuck. Just because I can call fucking Ukraine or Russia, I can call fucking Israel, I can call a lot of countries a shit. Shit, the UK's a shithole. Let's be serious. UK doesn't even have air ventilation. They got all this architecture, but they don't have AC for real. There's people in UK right now that are screaming and crying about they can't even run AC because it's about to be, they're basically putting a ban on AC vents, that you can't have an AC vent in your own home. They want to specifically pin Trump to these comments as a racial narrative, when if you just look at the situation of that country, then yeah, you would come to the conclusion that they're probably shitholes. I don't get how you calling something a shithole equals racism. It's because it's coming from a white man. It's a white man. He's the president. He has power. So you can't call it a shithole, because then that incites violence against other Haitians and Somalians. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But like I said, this is the narrative they want to push, so that way they can stoke, like I said, fear, tension, division in this country. That's all they're trying to do. These people have no soul, honestly. They literally have no soul. They are hyperbolic, and they blow things out of proportion all the fucking time. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below, whether or not this is L or W. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.